everybody. Welcome to the Blind Press YouTube channel. And I'm sorry that I did not do a coffee stream earlier today. I've got a bit of a sore throat, but earlier today it was so bad, like especially on the left side of my throat, that I could barely open my mouth to talk. So there was no way I could stream today. Like even the TikTok videos I made today, I didn't talk in them. I was like lip syncing and shit. So yeah, I just spent the day taking cold medicine and drinking lemon tea. And things seem to be going back down to, like, I'm still gonna be taking the cold medicine because I can still feel like the tightness in my chest. But if I can keep this at bay with the cold medicine and the tea and the orange juice, I should be okay. So that should be fine. Elwin, Costin, Ryan, welcome. I'm sorry to hear about Chip and the emergency surgery, that especially close to Christmas. That sucks, dude. I'm really sorry. That's just, like, I'm sorry about your string of shitty luck, dude. That really sucks. The house hunt continues for us. We're just like Pink Hollow's on the realtor sites pretty much every day, and every time that he's got time, he's just seeing what's up, like what's new and what's listed in our price range. So that's been going on. My youngest has decided that, despite never being raised around any sort of physical violence, that he's going to be a little bully. So that's fun. That's always fun. That just makes me feel like an awesome parent. Every single fucking year. Oh, Ryan, that sucks. Hello, Wikipedia snippet. Kane Cardova says, OMG. Yeah, Pink Hollow and I are just, we're trying everything. We're like, because he's just, there's no, and this has just started happening in the last like month and a half. Like, just for no rhyme or reason. He's just being a little shithead to his brother, to his classmates. Like, he's acting like a straight up only child whose parents give him everything. Like, that is how he is acting, instead of the youngest child in a two child family whose parents give equal amounts of love and attention to both children, and don't put up with bullshit. Like, it's just like, what the fuck? Ugh. Are you planning on staying in the city that we now live? Probably not, because it's turning into fucking Toronto. Oh, I remember Osmosis Jones. And he's on antibiotics and pain pills. Apparently, they've never had a dog in pain and still well behaved. Oh, poor Chip. Rebel without a cause. What does he say? What does he say when why he's bullying when you ask him? So he says that people make him mad and he just wants to be alone. And so we keep telling him, like, if you're feeling angry, that's fine. You have to tell people, and then you have to remove yourself. You don't get to hurt people because you're angry and you don't know how to deal with it. That's not how life works. And if we like go out, because we're not looking at moving like super far from where we are, but if we go out into the country and he starts going to school with farm kids and he acts like this, he's gonna get his ass rocked, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for him. Like, and it's shitty to say that as a parent, but when you try everything you can and your kid's just not learning, like, unfortunately, some kids have to learn the hard. I had to learn the hard way. I still have to learn the fucking hard way. He is exactly like me, and it fucking sucks to watch. Like, literally, this child, I swear, he is my mother's revenge on me. That is, yeah. Yeah, if he wants to be angry and alone, the onus is on him to say, I am angry, leave me alone, and get himself out of the situation. Exactly, Ryan. Farm kids will wreck him, says Canvas. Exactly. And, like, I don't want that for him, but if he's gonna keep it up, I don't know what else to do. Like I'm not gonna bubble wrap the kid. Some kids need their asses kicked. Hopefully he doesn't. But if he does, he does. Yeah. He's a 50-pound full-blood pitty. Oh, wow. That's a big dog. My youngest nephew is pulling a bunch of crap, says Elwin, and the whole family is hoping he gets a mild ass kicking while he's young, because if he drags it out till middle school, it'll be a lot worse. Oh, yeah. Yep. It will. That's what I mean. Like, I hope that if he has to learn a hard lesson, he learns it in, like, elementary school, not in high school or middle school, when the kids are capable of, like, severe damage. You know what I mean? Like, that's children. That's not a big dog. No, 50 pounds is like medium. 50 pounds is medium. That's like my dad's dogs. My dad has a mutt and a Samoyed lab cross. And the Samoyed lab cross should be the bigger dog, but she's a slender, she's very slender. She's just very poofy. She's got the Samoyed hair, so her coat is all like fluffy and it's gorgeous, but she's very slender. So she herself, she's probably about 50 pounds. And then the mutt is about the same size. I say that Chip is 150 pounds of fuck you strength in a 50-pound dog. Yeah. There are some humans like that, right? They've got like the ability to, like, Pincolo, even though he's big, like, he can still move things that weigh like twice his weight. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what? How the fuck are you doing? And he doesn't move it like, oh my god, this is hard. He just, like, picks it up and just walks it around. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's crazy. He's just that kind of person. He's runty for a pity. He's a terrible pity. Yeah, that's a small pity. Wikipedia snippet says, I had a lab German Shepherd cross that was 50 pounds. Yeah. Dogs have tremendously strong necks. They do. They really, really do. And I wonder if part of it is evolution and part of it is how we bred them to do things for us. So, there's been a lot of crazy shit on the internet this week. Including, well, first we'll talk about the short stuff. Fucking Pincolo years ago said, that one day we would have this weird crossover from Hollywood into YouTube. And it has happened because Kanye West showed up on Timcast and then walked off Timcast because somebody asked him a logical question. And apparently you're not allowed to do that with Kanye West. You just need to listen and believe. you just, yes, Lord and Savior Kanye West, sir. Whatever you say. Even if what you're saying is, patently and evidentially false. But yeah. Fuck that grifter Tim Pool and double fuck that anti-Semite lunatic easy fucking assholes. Right? And the amount of social justice people that loved on Kanye until like probably about this week. I know a lot of lefties that were really excited for his last album to drop, that Donda or whatever. They were chomping at the bit for Donda to drop. And for me, what was really interesting was this triangle of Milo, Nick Fuentes, and Kanye West. And the fact that Nick Fuentes, in real time, if you watch the Timcast episode, where, because Nick has realized that he has nothing in comparison to Kanye, and Nick has gone from leader to follower in 0.5 seconds, and it's really funny. It's really funny because Nick Fuentes was all like, I'm the leader of America first. Nobody tells me what to do. Fuck you if you think you can try. And then Kanye West comes along and Nick's like, yes, Kanye, whatever you say. It's like, you sad. You sad. All of you. All of you are sad and pathetic. Fucking Tim Pool, freaking Nick Fuentes, freaking Kanye West. Remember when I quit a week ago? I knew something was coming, so did Chip, considering I quit because of him. We both knew. And then Chip heard himself. Yep. You guys literally just took yourselves out of the game. It was just, and watching this in real time. Oops. The hell? What the hell? How did I restart my stream? That's weird. Anyway. But to watch Nick in real time discover that he is not the leader anymore and be okay with it in that little space of time, and then chase after Kanye when he walked off the set. The absolute shift. Because Nick is from the sphere of YouTube where, you talk about shit. He used to be friends with Destiny, for Christ's sake. And then he gets together with Kanye West. Kanye gets asked a question, which to me was a pretty damn softball question, and the way it was put was extra softball. And Kanye rips off his headphones and leaves, and Nick's just like, oh, come back, Kanye. Come back. Like, wow. I love Kanye because he loves Trump. Yeah, that's not a good reason to like somebody. Liking somebody just because they associate or like somebody else is never a good reason to like somebody. Like somebody for the things that they do all by themselves. Or dislike somebody they do for the things all by themselves. Don't like or dislike somebody just because they like somebody that you like or they associate with somebody that you like. That's never going to end well for you. Just some friendly free advice. Let's see. Yeah, I was just gonna say Tim barely said a fucking thing. I think it was a stunt. A really dumb stunt. By the way, there's no goddamn way Trump is winning. By the way, if I were to vote, I would vote DeSantis. Yeah. I think DeSantis would do better and be a better choice. Trump, I didn't hate or like him when he was president. I just thought he was an idiot that really shouldn't be discussing foreign policy via Twitter. But hey, and then he lost the election and did exactly what Hillary Clinton did, which is, and none of his supporters figured that out. Like, he literally threw a temper tantrum like Hillary Clinton did when he won. Like, really? And none of his supporters are like, oh, that's a little hypocritical. Like, should the Democrats have impeached him? No. That was dumb. And that was clearly revenge for Bill Clinton, which was also a stupid impeachment. If they were going to impeach Bill Clinton, I'm pretty sure they could have found something else besides he got a blowjob in the Oval Office and lied about it. I'm pretty sure he did a lot more shady shit during his presidency than get head and lie. I'm just saying. I was pretty young then, so I wasn't as politically savvy, but I'm just gonna guess that there were a lot more things that Bill Clinton did besides lying about head. But for Trump to lose the election and then throw a shit fit, it's like, really, dude? It's just crazy. And when I was listening to the Timcast, like, there was so much stuff that Kanye was saying that they weren't even, like, the thoughts weren't even connected to each other. Like, it was like he was just doing, like, word association, but without the other person saying the words. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he was doing word association with the topic of Jewish people without anyone giving him jumping off points. And he was just bouncing from thought to thought to thought, and they had no connection. Like, it would be like me sitting here going, I want to use tinfoil to cover my leftovers because launching them into space that way is much better than doing it in a Tupperware container. What? like that's like what he said about Jewish people made as much sense as what I just said. No, Kanye doesn't think on a higher level. Kanye Kanye thinks the way somebody who is severely mentally ill thinks when they're not medicated. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a mind in there somewhere. Because he clearly does. Because there have been some times in his career where he's said things where you're like, yeah, okay. But when he gets going, you're looking at him like the only difference between him and the homeless schizophrenic man on the street corner is his money. That's it. That is the only difference between Kanye West and the homeless schizophrenic man on the street corner. The money. I'm sorry. And he's ill. Like I almost feel bad for him that he's going this crazy this publicly and like saying things that would make Hitler proud. Like, do you know what I mean? Like Kanye's saying shit and Hitler is somewhere in hell going, where was this man when I was alive? Like, how is anyone looking at what Kanye is saying and going, yeah, he's just thinking on a higher level? No. Give him lithium right now. Like, right now. Like, mainline that shit into him. Like, seriously. Like, and then he lumps those insane things in with the valid points of, if you disagree with the mainstream media, they blackball you and they cancel you, because they do. And he's right about that. And we've all seen it. We've all talked about it. So he says that valid point, right? And then he throws in all the batshit freaking like almost black Hebrew Israelite nonsense. And you're like, what? You've negated anything valid you have to say, you maniac. Like, let's see. Isn't Kanye West somehow connected to the Kardashians? Yes, he was married to the Hobbit one, Kim. After he married her after he came back from hanging out with Aquaman, because he liked having fish sticks in his mouth. I extended the joke to the South Park meme. But yeah, I'm just, and the fact that Pinkalo predicted this whole like weird YouTube Hollywood, I don't even want to call it a crossover. I call it like a toddler Play-Doh smash is what I call it. It's like a toddler has the Hollywood Play-Doh and the YouTube Play-Doh in each hand, and they went, and this is what the result is. It's like, shit. Now we can't separate it. Fuck. What are we gonna do now? Like, oh my god. I don't understand. I just don't understand why this is happening, and why there are still people that, like, I don't believe that Kanye should be canceled, right? Because cancel culture is stupid. But he is in desperate need of some help. Like, he really needs mental assistance. And at least someone to help him figure out how to verbalize his thoughts. Like, I guess maybe as a rapper he can put them down on paper, but not ad lib. I don't know, but this is just not it's just not good. And it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So we're gonna look at another trash fire because it's What the Fuck Wednesday. So for those of you who may not be on or following any of the any of the Destiny stuff, and for the record, I was never like, before I get into this, I was never like against or I was never anti or pro Mr. Girl, right? I just thought he was a little weird. Okay? I just thought that Mr. Girl was a little out there. But over the past like month, I've been watching Destiny deal with Mr. Girl accusing him of abuse. Abuse of himself being Mr. Girl, and abuse of any female streamers that Destiny happens to like stream with, or anybody that's smaller, like a smaller channel than him, that's female, that he, hey, yeah, you can come stream with me, I'll help you, grow your channel a bit, stuff like that. Mr. Girl is accusing Destiny of being abusive because like Destiny has had a couple of sexual encounters with some of his people, which they're adults, they can do that, that's fine. I don't understand how that's abuse. Like, it's not like Destiny was like, you have to sleep with me in order for me to let you on my stream. Like, that's not how that went. Like, but Mr. Girl is insinuating that is how it went, and there is apparently an article coming out. This is feeling like the Dr. K thing that he did. And Mr. Girl should just profess his love for Destiny and get it over with, says Midnight in Exile. I agree. I agree, because wow. This is crazy. Like, I can't show this on Twitch, so that's why we're doing it here, because Destiny got kicked off of Twitch, so I can't. Yeah, we're just gonna watch a little bit of this. We're not gonna watch the whole 2 hours and whatever, but we're just gonna watch how Mr. Girl first of all, we're gonna watch Destiny reacting to a stream where Mr. Girl's own community is asking him some very softball questions about his quote investigation on Destiny. And we're gonna react to this, and we're gonna react to Destiny's reaction as well as what's it called? Sorry, I can talk, I swear. We're not gonna watch the whole damn thing, but we are gonna watch a little bit of this, and I just want to point out how goddamn manipulative Mr. Girl is. Because it's just it's cringy and it's creepy. And I don't know if this is like I don't know if this is like a bit where he like pretends to call out people, and like he's calling out people for being abusive, yet his behavior in this stream with his own followers and some of the things that he admits to doing is incredibly abusive. And I really don't understand how he doesn't see that. And maybe he does see it and just doesn't care, or is that like that hypocritical that he can't just sorry, I'm trying to get to my playback speed, but theater mode. So we're at 33. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. So we're gonna just watch a little bit of this trash fire, and then we're gonna watch some stupid TikTok trends after that. So don't worry, we have lots to do tonight. Lots to do. And I need more wine, so we'll refill that in a moment. Let me just share this. Okay. There. See, I've shared it. Okay, let's see what Chad has to say. Let's see. Dudes begging other dudes, and yeah. Anything interesting happening in the blind sphere? Any spurging out? Not really right now. Things have it comes in waves, as you know well, Ryan. The drama in the blind community like comes in waves, and then it like settles down for a bit, and then there's like some horrible upheaval, and then it settles down again. So we seem to be in a bit of a lull right now. Although, if you missed Mobility Monday, there was somebody on TikTok who was pretending to be a cousin of mine and telling my followers one of my followers that I was faking, and the whole family knows that I'm faking, and they hate that I make money off of faking being blind. So that happened. That was fun. But yeah, there hasn't really been much what's it called? There hasn't really been much craziness in the blind community right now. So, here we go. Let's watch a little bit of this trash fire. Yes, drink.
It's bad for the rape victims to accuse somebody of rape, but then not provide evidence.
Thank you.
No.
Wait, what?
Why?
No.
Is it bad for the rape victims to accuse their rapists but not provide as evidence? No. As a rape victim? Wrong. As a survivor of rape? Wrong. You must provide evidence. You must provide at least a plausible recounting of what happened, and you must stick to that accounting. You can't just be like, oh, I meant this happened. Oh, no. No, your story has to stay the same, like, all the time. You actually have to have, like, you need, like, oh my god, you're an idiot.
Because I reject the notion that my credibility is harmed by doing due diligence and presenting my evidence for whatever claims I might make. And I don't think I've made any claims that are not reliant on publicly available information.
What?
I reject the idea that somebody else can make a claim. Like, why don't you just fucking talk about the real situation that we're talking about? I feel like you're making an analogy, but you're also talking about me. Is that true?
Yeah.
I think that everybody's softballing you questions. And I kind of just want to ask you one that's a little harder.
Well, can you make it hard
you.
because it holds my feet to the fire, not because it's sneaky or confusing?
Isn't a question that holds your feet to the fire also sneaky and confusing? Because in order to hold a narcissistic manipulator to the manipulator's feet to the fire, you kind of have to be sneaky and confusing. You dumb motherfucker. Holy shit. Like, of course it's sneaky and confusing. You're a manipulative asshole. You have to be outfoxed. So yeah. You have to have your feet held to the fire by a sneaky and confusing question. Deal with it, asshole.
Regardless of whether or not the question is sneaky and confusing, I mean, I just want an honest answer to it.
I don't know what I'm I reject the characterization of me as having done that. But in your hypothetical,
I think you're hurting the credibility of the accusers by just coming forward without any kind of evidence at all.
Yes.
And you don't even have any, you haven't even announced any of the accusers. But basically, like, your two people you've come forward so far has been Lav and Anna. And both of these people are mentally deranged.
Oh my god, bad
in my opinion.
Max
Like, just the idea that you would even remotely accept their credibility.
my daughter, don't you ever talk about my daughter that way. Don't you
your daughter,
ever,
you poor social fuck.
ever.
Ew. So Lav, for those of you who don't know, Lav Loon is a 24-year-old streamer who has like an OnlyFans. She used to do, like, she was in the porn industry, stuff like that. Okay. She is a little bit messed up. I've listened to some of her stuff, and she's a little bit like woo 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 woo, but it's probably mostly because she's young, right? But for like, me and my friends stopped doing that whole like adopted daughter, father, mother, brother bullshit in like high school. It's insanely creepy for adults to do that shit, especially in the online community. Like, it's a little bit more like nuanced if you're in a real life situation and you have, like, let's say you have shitty biological parents and you have like a really good friend whose parents kind of like informally adopt you, right? That's way different than you're friends with somebody online and they're like, you're my daughter now. That is incredibly possessive and disturbing for an online like friendship. Like, ew.
Wait, why is it?
Talk about my daughter that way.
Oh, I think it's trying to ×2 it. Hold on.
Oh, I didn't do that?
It won't reset to 1.0.
I thought I did that.
I reject the characterization of me as having done that, but in your hypothetical
I think
situation,
that you're hurting the credibility of the accusers by just coming forward without any kind of evidence at all, and you don't even have any, supposed. You haven't even announced any of the accusers. But basically, like, your two people that you've come forward so far has been Lav and Anna, and both of these people are mentally deranged, in my opinion. It's like just the idea that you would even remotely accept their
don't talk about my
credibility,
daughter.
like that was
though.
enough.
Don't you ever talk
you,
about my daughter that way. Don't you
your daughter,
ever,
you parasocial
ever,
moderator.
ever, ever talk about my daughter that way. Benny, no family
Ew.
insults, Benny. No
Jesus
family
fucking
insults.
Christ.
Ew.
Oh my
You
God.
keep this man away from my goddamn family.
Lav is
Just
not,
stop
Lav is not actually your daughter, so I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's not
fucking
gonna
hell.
stand.
I definitely think that Will is being too inflammatory. I
Yep.
understand what you mean when you say people like
Will is the embodiment of a
point.
quest statement. That's
Oh my god, the amount of times that because I listened to most of this. I listened to, I would say, about 85% of this stream. And the amount of times I heard the word quest statement, I legitimately wanted to gouge my ears out. Like, I wanted to put things in my ears and poke out my eardrums. If I hear the word quest statement one more fucking time, that's fucking enough. Okay, claiming people as their children is creepy as fuck. It is creepy as fuck, Elwin. Like, what the hell? Like, as I said, if you're in real life, right? Like, me and my best friend since 3rd grade have been through hell together. So we call each other, like, we say that we're like sisters. And we call our kids call each other, call us aunt, right? My kids call her aunt, her kids call me aunt, right? Big difference between if, like, Skeptalk started saying I was his daughter, or like that would just be weird and creepy. Like, no, you don't do that with people you meet online. Like, because even with people that you get close enough to, like, talk openly off of stream and, like, share your first name and whatever, you still don't have the same connection as you would in real life. You just don't.
This is what I've been talking about. This ain't a question.
You've been getting the easiest ground ball quest statements from Smith this entire time.
These are
Oh,
not
fucking
easy
horseshit.
questions.
Do you have a question, or you just want to say that you think that I've hurt the credibility? Okay. You just said a bunch of shit that's not true. I haven't come forward with anything. I haven't said anything.
Yeah,
the only thing I've
Bring
said
up
is
his
that
tweets. An abuser.
Bring up his tweets.
the only things I've said. Well, Destiny forced me to say that. Do you
Well,
agree with
yes,
that?
No, he didn't.
Old
No.
enough to be your
Well,
granddaughter.
Destiny,
Yeah.
Destiny
It actually
said,
would have made you would have looked so much better if you actually Sigma chatted your
Okay,
way through
Where
it
I
and just
come
didn't
let's-
say
from, every
anything.
close friend of a
let's.
parent is an
Okay,
aunt
do you
and
agree
uncle.
that
Yeah.
Destiny revealed
Like,
that I am
when,
DMing people saying that?
When my mom was with my ex-stepdad for 5 years, his family's Jamaican, and even friends of, like, it was like friends of their parents were auntie. They weren't like they weren't blood aunt, like they weren't blood auntie, but they were still auntie. You know, like, that's just how it was. Or you know, if it was a man, it was uncle. Like, that's just how it was, auntie and uncle, even though they were just friends. Aunt or uncle, but there's a few older people who preferred granny or grandpa. Yep. Like I said, like my best friend, when I tell my kids I'm gonna go see Auntie Sam and Uncle Pat, like, that that's how they are. Like,
I think he's abusive.
Well, if I wouldn't have, somebody else
Yes.
would have, because you're
Do
talking
you
to other
agree
people in the
that
background. Like,
for whatever reason, I decided it was prudent to then publicly own that statement?
Yes.
Do you believe that I wouldn't have done that if he hadn't have done that?
what if somebody else would
I-
have?
No, but that doesn't matter because your action
Okay.
was still impulsive.
Sure.
So,
Okay. I came forward with the information that he was sexting Anna.
So
That is the only, I
Okay.
think, the only factual claim I've made.
so what? Okay, I can't do this anymore. This is what I just wanted to give you guys a quick snippet of the manipulativeness that is Mr. Girl. And I think out of curiosity, because I haven't done it yet, I want to look at his piece on Dr. K, because I want to know if it comes across like I want to, because somebody made the comparison that what he's doing with Destiny right now is very similar to what he did with Dr. K. And I really would like to take a look at that video and see if maybe because everybody, when Mr. Grill came out with the Dr. K video, a lot of people ended up really hating on Dr. K because of what Mr. Grill said in his video. And I wonder if Dr. K was actually not, yeah. You had a Jamaican stepdad. Tell me you got homemade jerk chicken. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh yeah. My mother made sure to get his Auntie Eileen's jerk chicken recipe before they broke up, and she still has it. I need to get it from her so I can make it in the crock pot, because oh my god, the jerk chicken. I never got into the saltfish, but I liked or the akis, but I loved like the Jamaican rice and the chickpeas and the home, like I got spoiled because there were a couple of the women that knew how to make really good Jamaican patties with like a really good filling and a nice flaky pastry, and like, oh my god, I love that shit so much. It's so good. It is expensive, and the crappy part is that the closest like real Jamaican food that I can get is in Toronto, and I really don't want to have to go to Toronto just for Jamaican food. I don't know. Maybe when Elwin, because Elwin and I are trying to plan like an actual meetup. So maybe when I go meet her up in Toronto, maybe we could go for Jamaican food. Actually, that sounds like a really good fucking idea. Elwin, are there any Jamaican places near you? Jerk chicken instructions unclear. Now I'm facing jail. Come visit me and I'll take you to Little Jamaica. Okay. Twist my rubber arm. Seriously, holy shit. I love Jamaican food. Oh my god. It's amazing. Okay, so now we're going to watch a fun video called The Incredible Stupidity of TikTok Trends. And I want to see if I recognize any of these, because it really depends on how your For You page is curated. Like, there are some things that Pincalo sees on his For You page that I have never seen. And there are things that are on my For You page that he's like, what the fuck is that? Right? So it really depends on your curated on your page, like on how your For You page and your followers list is curated. Let's see here. So, the incredible stupidity of TikTok trends.
More than 10 dozens of cars are stolen in Milwaukee every day. A lot of them Hondas and Kias. 2.5 minutes. That is how long it took one person to break into and steal a Kia just last week in River West.
So far this year, 669 Kias and Hyundais have been reported stolen through the end of June, compared to 137 last year.
Well, what did they do to make them so freaking easy to steal? Did they change the locking let me guess. It's one of those stupid key fob things, isn't it?
TikTok, the fastest growing social media platform in history, responsible for platforming some of the dumbest, most ridiculous, pathetic, and dangerous trends that social media has ever seen.
So here's the crazy thing about TikTok. There's no middle ground with TikTok. There is either some really awesome shit and awesome people over there, or there is the most degenerate, most abhorrent, most disgusting specimens of human life. There is nothing in between. Nothing. There's literally nothing. It is either this person is amazing, I would like to actually be their friend in real life, or this person needs to just not exist and their parents should have been neutered before they even created this person. Those are the two dichotomies on TikTok. It's weird. Who the hell licks a toilet? I wouldn't even let my kitten do that. Oh, that's that was the dumb bitch in 2020 who licked the toilet to get COVID.
This is one of those trends. Allow me to regale you with the tale of the Kia boys.
The Kia boys?
What's the most daring or brave thing you've done in the car?
He was up the sunroof driving.
Did you think you were going to die?
Hell no.
How do you actually steal a Kia? Is it an easy process?
Hell yeah.
Could you show us how it looks to steal a car?
I'm not going to talk about the fact that this person who is talking about stealing the Kia sounds like a person with a specific pigment.
I can show you inside your car.
It all started with a video on the platform where a pair of young men calling themselves the Kia boys demonstrated how incredibly easy it is to steal certain Kia and Hyundai cars. Basically, a USB cable could be used to turn the engine on in less than 30 seconds.
What the fuck? A USB cable? Gee, why are cars that are run primarily on computers a bad idea? Why are cars that don't require actual keys a bad idea? Why are smart driving, self-driving cars a bad idea? Hi, hello, look at this bullshit.
No hot wiring required. They encouraged other viewers to try it, naming it the Kia Boys Challenge. The initial video and the hashtag have since been removed, but related content like hashtag Kia Boys has 33 million views, and hashtag Kia Boys with an S has 26 million. If you are unaware of how TikTok functions, what is popular currently is often co-opted by people.
Oh, they are, says Alwyn. Oh, thank you for confirming.
Chasing the algorithm. So if a certain song, dance, trend, or whatever else is seeing a lot of views, people will hop on and try to suckle out a singular molecule of clout from the platform.
And this is why I try to, I like to do the transition videos, but I really try not to hop on the trends, because I like TikTokers that make their own content. I like TikTokers whose videos have them speaking in them about things that they've experienced. I don't like the trends, like this stuff. This side of TikTok is not what I'm on TikTok for. I'm on TikTok for the side where information is put out, like valuable information, or where people are just having fun. Not this crap.
This has led to some fun little trends like the tortilla slap challenge, where
Growing
people
up
slap
in Scarborough, there was a literal chop shop down the street. If you didn't have a garage and you owned a car and you left your car long enough, that's where it would end up. Yep.
each other in the face with tortilla wraps. It's also led to people eating Tide Pods, a laundry detergent that can kill you.
Oh my god! Why would you do that?
Gobbling scoops of dry pre-workout powder, which can also kill you, and a whole bunch other that are just too serious to get into right now.
Yeah, the scoops of dry, like, you're not supposed to eat that. You're supposed to fucking dilute it in water and drink it. Like, yeah.
These challenges or trends spread like wildfire through the app, which is mostly popular among younger, more impressionable people. This challenge was yet another example of TikTok causing real damage. It encouraged
No. See, this is the problem. I don't think it's the app's fault. I think the app needs to have better guidelines and it needs to protect its creators better. I think TikTok should also not be a 13 and over. I think it should be 16 and over. And I think you should have to be, like, they just made it that you have to be 18 and over to go live. But I think that I think TikTok should be 16 and over, and live streams should be, like, just not even shown to you if you're below 18. I don't even think, like, I just think that the live portion of TikTok should just not even be shown to people under 18. If you're gonna say that you can't be live until you're 18, then you shouldn't be fucking live until you're 18. The cinnamon challenge, oh god. I was so scared for my nephews. See, and part of this problem is the parents' fault. The parents for letting their kids fucking sign up on TikTok, or for giving their 9-year-old child a full fucking smartphone that can access TikTok, and the child's gonna fucking lie about their age, obviously, because there's no checks and balances. What are they gonna? They're just gonna say they're 13, create an account, and move on. And most of the parents are like, "Oh well, my kid's not bugging me, so I don't care." And their kid's over there scrolling TikTok. Like, my 16-year-old nieces and nephews are retarded. They shouldn't be uploading anything without their parents' permission. Right. Like, and 16-year-old, like you said, Midnight, 16-year-olds are stupid enough. But 13? No, you should not be uploading shit at 13.
encourage participants to engage in an illegal, dangerous activity that could land them in jail, or even worse, could get them or others killed, which is exactly what happened. So how prevalent was the trend? Did it just impact a couple different people, a couple different hard-to-find cars? No, it was actually hundreds of thousands of car owners, anyone with a Hyundai or Kia from the year 2010 all the way to 2021.
Holy shit. Okay, so it's not the key like the wireless key entry thing. It's wow, that's crazy. I thought it was just like the new cars with like the thing where you just hold your key to the ignition, or it's like Pink Hollows isn't an actual key. It's like a fob, but it has like this metal thing on the end that's like it like goes in the ignition, but it's not like an actual key shape. My sister and her husband tried the parental locks on the computer, but the 7-year-old found out how to bypass it. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the problem. Like, and literally, like, even as a parent who gives a shit about her kids, you cannot physically be on them all the time. Like, nothing would get done otherwise. Like, you literally have to be away from them sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way even the best, most well-intentioned parent can be keeping track of their child all the time. It's not possible. Kids are so tech savvy, and if they aren't, they'll hear from the kids at school. Yep. If they don't know how, their friends will tell them how.
If the car had a turn to start ignition, they were at risk. Soon, videos started flooding in of teens, many without driving licenses, swerving through city streets in stolen vehicles, hoping to go viral.
So wait, so not only are they fucking stealing cars, they don't have a driver's license, and they're like, I know, I'm gonna do a selfie video while I'm driving. That's not a fucking recipe for disaster. Jesus Christ. Did none of these children's parents have a talk about cause and effect with them as children? Like, holy fuck. I just don't understand. Like, okay, good. Pink Hollow fell asleep. Kids are natural problem solvers. Yep. I've worked with smart systems since the 90s professionally. They were more secure then, says Midnight in Exile. Don't trust them. So, Midnight, Pincalo is dead set that we don't have like any of the smart speakers because he says that they're not trustworthy. Like that's are you the same? Are you the same way? You're not into the like the smart tech, like the smart speakers or any of that stuff. I really fucked up my sleep schedule. Fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I literally, like, my throat was so bad that I took cold medicine, and it was like nighttime cold medicine, and I slept literally from like 10:30 until about 2:30. So I'm like awake and I don't know what the fuck to do about it because like I don't have enough YouTube content to keep going for more than another like 20 minutes. So I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do after that? I don't know. My parents were the kind of parents that never told me about anything. I would literally find out about the things or relatives a week after they died. Oh, that's horrible. No smart speakers, no Alexa, no tracking. I have as little technology as possible. Yeah, Pink Hollow is the same way. He's turned off like the Bixby and stuff on his phone. All that stuff. The only person in the house that uses like Siri and like because I've got the like I can activate Siri without pressing it. But I don't have like a smart speaker or anything, and like my sister wants to give me hers because she doesn't use it, and Pinkala was like, no.
Yes, they basically watched somebody tell them how to steal a car on a video, then went and recorded themselves stealing a car. But as people on TikTok usually do, they took it one step further.
The smart doors are the worst. There was an expose on how easy it is to get in. Oh yeah, no, the smart locks. Yeah, no, I don't think I'd go that far. Like, only thing I would really want is a smart speaker.
The wave of Kia and Hyundai theft started in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which reported more than 10,000 car robberies in 2021.
God damn! 10,000? Holy shit!
Increase of 132% from the year before. The Milwaukee Police Department reported 3,557 Kias and 3,406 Hyundais stolen, compared to the previous year of 469 Kias and 426 Hyundais.
That's like that's like a 6-7 times explosion. You'd think Kia would change their damn systems. Yeah. Midnight Nexile says, I had a coworker call me paranoid for my philosophy, but then he was fully hacked within 2 weeks. Oh, fuck. If people can hack a computer and cars are now mostly computers, it's not a stretch to hack a car. That's why some people keep asking me on TikTok, would you ever get a self-driving car? I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't trust them. I would trust an intoxicated human to drive me before I trusted an automated car. That is literally how much I don't trust smart cars. I don't know why I'm okay with a smartphone and a smart speaker, but I'm not okay with a smart car or a smart lock or like those things. But yeah, apparently that's yeah. Fuck that, no self-driving cars. I'm with you, Midnight. I'm with you. I no, there's no way.
Chicago reported a 767% increase in vehicle theft last year, and in Los Angeles, over 1,600 more cars have been reported stolen than in the previous year.
How are people successfully stealing cars in Los Angeles without getting shot? Are they going up to fucking Bel Air and like Sherman Oaks or what the fuck?
An 85% increase in the theft of these two specific models. In Florida, police reported more than a third of all car robberies were related to this challenge. Some victims had their car stolen, returned, and then stolen again. According to one account, a woman's car was stolen. Her insurance company got her a rental car while she was waiting for the new car to arrive at the dealership. Her rental car was stolen. And then so was the new car before she could pick it up. It was literally lifted straight off the lot.
That's insane. That poor woman. That poor fucking woman. Wow. A smart speaker doesn't send you 70 across the asphalt. That's true. I get suspicious of my phone occasionally. My Google Assistant will randomly turn itself on, so I know it's listening to me. Yeah. My my Siri hasn't done that, but sometimes it thinks I'm calling it when I say seriously, but it'll just go yes, and I'm like, not talking to you.
Even the mighty Google Trends shows what a massive problem this has become, with a huge spike in the number of searches for Kia theft as compared to other vehicles such as Honda theft. And to make matters even worse, the main participants in this trend are kids between the age of 11 to 17.
11?
Literally
11. What the fuck? 11? They're not even supposed to be on the fucking app. What 11-year? Was I just like a smart 11-year-old? Because if I was 11 and I saw that, like, there were shit that my friends was doing at 11 that was really tame in compared to this shit. And I was like, no, that's really dumb. And you guys are going to get caught. And they would be like, you're so boring. You don't want to do anything. And I'd be like, oh, yep, I am very boring. And then they'd get caught and they'd get in shit. And I'd be like, I fucking told you. Like, what was, like, am I a fucking anomaly? Like, are kids just that stupid now? Like, when I worked in retail, one store had a huge theft problem. They would steal an entire rack of clothes. Wow. Like, poof, gone, and nobody saw a damn thing. That's insane. How do you steal an entire rack of clothes without being noticed? Was the retail store staffed by blind people? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Good old Scarborough. Oh yes. Fucking Scarborough.
Children being shown how to perform dangerous criminal activities and then going out in the tens of thousands to do it. In Washington, D.C., an 11-year-old driving a stolen Kia Optima hit and seriously injured a 7-year-old near a playground.
Oh my god! 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 Like, that 11-year-old and that 7-year-old are never going to be the same. Never. Because, like, at 11, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Police say he was unable to press the brake and stop the vehicle before hitting the other child. In Columbus, Ohio, another 11-year-old was arrested for stealing 2 cars in 1 week.
Jesus.
Also in Columbus, 2 14-year-olds were killed when the driver lost control of the stolen Kia he was driving and crashed it into a warehouse.
Was he also trying to film himself? Because I guarantee you that was probably part of the problem.
Overturning the vehicle. Many of the incident reports involve groups of teens in one car, with sometimes up to 7 people packed inside.
Holy fuck! These aren't minivans, you idiots! These are Kias and Hyundais. They're not meant for 7 people.
Along with accidents, injuries, and death, there also are the countless victims who find their only mode of transportation completely gone or returned to them ruined.
Kias are manufactured so that you can actually hotwire a Kia with an iPhone charger. So we love that. They practically flipped my shit into a trap house. They had a really, really great time in here, actually.
Which begs the question, what's the point of all this? It can't just be for the views, right?
It is! It is! Literally for the views. Which is why I stay off that part of TikTok.
Well, according to law enforcement on the ground, that's exactly what it is. An Ohio police officer observed it's a game and status symbol for the kids to see how many cars they can steal in a day. The Chicago-based sheriff said kids are going to do it for fun, because the idea of being able to drive is a fantasy, and they do it for the after-school entertainment. The cars are being used for joyrides or used to commit other crimes, and then abandoned on the side of the road.
What the fuck happened to going outside to the park? You know, like, even if you want your phone with you, you can bring your phone to the fucking park, you fucking retards. Why are you stealing other people's property? What, like, what, this is what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about the fucking entitlement of this generation, where they literally think, oh, I you know what? I just want to do it, so I'm just going to do it. Like, yeah, there were people that stole property in other generations. Of course there were. But this is a new fucking level. This current generation, like the one that is a teenage, the one that is teenage to young adult right now, is fucking entitled as fuck. Like, and I'm gonna be the first to say, we were all slightly entitled as teenagers. Okay? That's par for the course. These kids take it to a new level. Like, they literally think everything is for them. These motherfuckers would tell you that a retirement home for physically ill seniors is not inclusive to them, and you need to do something about it. Like, it's ridiculous. And people who steal Amazon packages deserve a very special hell. Like, people steal lawn gnomes and Christmas decorations. It's absurd. Yeah. And for me, like, why would you steal an Amazon package? You don't know what the fuck is in there. What if it's fucking somebody's boxers? Or, like, somebody needed a restock on printer paper, and you pick up a box on the porch. Oh, this is really heavy. It's got to be something good. And it turns out it's like 5 reams of printer paper. Like, why would you steal an Amazon package? You do not know what the fuck is in there. You're literally playing package roulette. Oh, like, and with the amount of things that people use Amazon for, about 9 out of 10 times it's going to be boring household shit. But they steal it because that 1 out of 10 times it's a computer or a gaming console or a video camera or a phone. And the other 9 times out of 10, I can just ditch the shit on the side of the road and it doesn't matter. It's like, what the fuck? I've had my clothing stolen right out of the freaking dryer, right? And then people would go, well, you live in an apartment. You're not supposed to go up to your apartment while you're doing laundry. I'm sorry, am I supposed to sit in the laundry room for 2 fucking hours while my load goes through the washer and the dryer? I don't see any chairs there. I don't see any things to make it comfortable to sit and wait. I don't see anywhere for me to bring my own chair and put it without being in the way of other people doing their laundry. What am I supposed to do? Fucking stand there for 2 hours? Watching my clothes go round and round and round? Fuck you! I'm going upstairs. Apartment life is often a fight to just keep your stuff from disappearing. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Facts. Facts, Elwin.
All of this stemming from a TikTok.
people be on sprees because some people don't know how to drive, so they gotta steal so many cars because they run through them.
Because they crash them?
Yeah, I know people who got like 200 car thefts, 300 car thefts.
What?
So you might ask, how exactly would
Why
cars
is
so
that a
incredible?
thing to brag about? What the fuck is wrong with you? Where did your parents fail you?
Easy to steal? How could an 11-year-old watch a TikTok and then turn into the protagonist from Grand Theft Auto 6? Turns out they're designed that way. Most cars have an ignition system that is a combination of a lock cylinder and an electrical switch. To turn on the engine, a key activates a switch which closes off a circuit, and that's what engages the starter. If someone tries to hijack one of these cars, they need to ram a screwdriver into the ignition cylinder or use a specialized device to hotwire the car. Then they'd have to rip apart the steering column, pull out the wiring from behind the ignition, and then use a jumper wire to bypass the switch in the ignition cylinder, which would then start the car.
The old way of starting a car and stealing it.
This is, of course, a much more complicated and lengthy process, and even after all of this, most vehicle manufacturers have installed immobilizers, which keep the car from moving unless the correct key is inserted.
Aha.
But immobilizers are expensive parts, and to keep their cars affordable, Hyundai and Kia didn't include them in their models until just this last year.
Oh shit! So all of the models that are being stolen are not equipped with this immobilizer. That sucks.
The design flaw in these cars that the Kia Boys Challenge exposed is that the ignition cylinder in these cars is the exact same size as a USB plug, making that the only tool needed to hijack one of them. In about 30 seconds, the car can be swerving down the highway. It's so easy, even a small child can do it.
That's fucking terrifying. And what's even more fucking terrifying is, do you remember when that group of hackers went to Tesla to tell them, hey, we just figured out how to hack your cars. You might want to fix this. And Tesla was like, shh, 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 quiet. And then they took the idea and made it their own, like acted like it was their own and pretended that nobody alerted them to this. Okay. This is like this is very similar because, or this is the opposite, this is the antithesis of that group of hackers. Because that group of hackers, before they revealed their information to the public, went to Tesla and was like, hey, you need to know about this. And Tesla was like, oh yeah, whatever. Go away. And then they were like, oh, look what we discovered and fixed. Ha 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 ha. These kids could have gone viral and gotten plenty of views and shit for exposing this and then going to Kia and Honda or Hyundai and telling them. But no, they were like, here's how to steal cars, guys.
And I hope this doesn't need to be said. Please don't try this at home. So you might also be asking, where is Kia in all this? Well, we know it's not where you parked it. But in response to the dramatic rise in the thefts of the cars, they released the following statement. Kia America is concerned with the rise in vehicle thefts in your area. While no car can be made completely theft-proof, criminals are targeting vehicles equipped with a steel key and turn to start ignition system, as opposed to those equipped with a key.
I wonder if they have the recipe for meth on TikTok. If not, it's only a matter of time.
Bob and push button to start system. Kia America continues to work closely with local law enforcement in the
Never implement a security device that the lockpicking lawyer can pick in 10 minutes or 10 seconds.
affected
Yes!
areas to provide steering wheel
Exactly,
lock
Jay.
devices at no cost to concerned owners of steel key operated Kia vehicles not originally equipped with an immobilizer. All 2022 models and trims have an immobilizer applied either at the beginning of the year or as a running change, and all Kia vehicles meet or exceed federal motor vehicle safety standards. In addition, Kia is developing and testing software updates to further secure these targeted vehicles and will share more information as it becomes available. So that's great news for those who can afford to drop $25,000 in a brand new 2022 Kia model.
Right?
Now those people can have the same safety all other car owners have enjoyed for many years. But that doesn't much help anybody else who owns the older models, which are still completely susceptible to being stolen. Hyundai responded in much the same way, offering steering wheel locks to local law enforcement in areas that have been largely impacted. But of course, local areas doesn't really matter when the problem is all across the United States. They have also begun selling glass break security kits that can prevent people from breaking into the cars, which cost $170 plus the cost of installation, of course, further pushing the cost of what should have been standard security of your product onto the unsuspecting consumer. Many Kia and Hyundai owners are, of course, unsatisfied with the responses from the manufacturers and want them to do more to rectify the situation, pushing them to recall all of the cars or install the immobilizers at no cost. Law enforcement,
like there should, like, Kia and Hyundai have enough money where they should be able to issue a recall notice and be like, hey, if you have a model of Kia or Hyundai that is this year to this year, come in, we'll install an immobilizer at no cost to you because of this lack of foresight on our part. That's what they should do.
Agencies in many places are being stretched to their limit by having to respond to so many more vehicle thefts. All of this has led to a number of cities filing lawsuits against the car companies, asking them to be held accountable for their decisions. For example, the city of Columbus, Ohio is suing Kia and Hyundai for negligence. In a statement given by the attorney representing the city, he said Kia and Hyundai cut corners and sold vehicles they knew were so unsafe they could be stolen with ease by a teenager with access to simple tools and a TikTok account.
They did. Although they said 2010 to 2021, so TikTok wasn't around in 2010. So but still, they did cut corners, and I'm sure that they could have come up with a way to, like, they didn't have to. If they included an immobilizer, I'm sure that they wouldn't need, because a new Kia, $25,000 for a new Kia is still relatively inexpensive compared to like 30, 40, 50 grand for some of the sedans or the SUVs, right? Because Kia has an SUV and it's still cheaper than a lot of the other SUVs out there. So honestly, I don't think Kia or Hyundai had any reason to cut the corners the way they did.
Kia and Hyundai's negligence in pursuit of corporate profit is unconscionable. It's time we held these automakers accountable for cheating consumers and passing the buck and responsibility to clean up the mess they made onto the rest of us. Kia owners in Iowa filed a class action lawsuit against the company, stating that, quote, in the defective vehicles, neither steering nor forward self-mobility is prevented. If it were, the vehicles would not be stolen at alarming rates. The lawsuit says the companies are aware of the problems and even claim they have attempted to fix their 2022 models to eliminate the safety defects, but are refusing to do anything about the pre-2022 defective vehicles.
That's not okay. That is a big money grab on Kia's part, and that's not okay. Like, if you know that your customers are being taken advantage of, you do not only fix the latest model. If there is a ginormous problem where your cars are manufactured in such a way that they can be easily stolen, that is not the customer's fault. That is your fault. And for you to just only supply the brand new models with the fix is a ginormous money grab, and it's gross.
Class action lawsuits are also being filed in 11 other states: California, Colorado, Florida, Kansas, Kentucky, Minnesota, Missouri, New York, Ohio, and Texas, with plans to file 7 more.
Toyota cars are not
As for
easy
TikTok,
to steal.
the Beijing-based tech giant released a statement saying that this behavior categorically violates its policies and that it will be removing any content linked to the trend. However, the content continues fast and furiously. It seems the only people paying the price for the negligence of these two companies are that of the consumer.
Yeah.
The children so easily influenced to ruin their lives over a social media trend, and the victims they create with the accidents. The Kia Boys Challenge is not the first dangerous trend to spread on social media, and it certainly won't be the last.
Nope. Well, guys, that was that video. I'm gonna end the YouTube stream here, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do because, as I said, I incredibly fucked up my sleep schedule. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna end the YouTube stream here, and there will be a Beat the Blind Girl tomorrow morning, so tune in for that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of while I'm awake. So keep an eye on things. I'll see you tomorrow on Twitch. Thanks for watching and have a great night.